Hey guys, Russia Bricks here, and this is, well, first of all, of course I'm going to be doing a review on the 75257 Millennium Falcon, but first of all, I just want to let you guys tell me, do you like this new setup that I have going on with my reviews? Because there's a lot more lighting. I can tell I used the white table for more contrast. I just want to see what you guys think of this set. But first of all, this is, of course, set 75257 from LEGO Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, 1,351 pieces. Retails for $160 US, and is rated for ages 9+. The minifigs that you get with this set are actually, well, I'd say it's an okay selection. Of course, you have to have Lando Calrissian. Old man Lando Calrissian. That's actually a double-sided cape. If you can see, the backside is actually black. And right next to him, you have right here, you got Finn. A new hairpiece for him. And in the middle, and right next to, in between Finn and Chewie, there is Boolio. Now, for those of you who have seen Episode 9, spoiler, but Boolio, I don't really know why he's in this set, because only in the scene for like 10 seconds. He gives the information, the plans, to the leak to R2-D2. And then the very next, well, a couple scenes later, we see the First Order come for Boolio. Then we don't know what happens to him. But then we later, when Kylo Ren is on the Star Destroyer, he's holding Boolio's head and puts his head on the desk. So yeah, Boolio gets decapitated by Kylo Ren. Next to him is Chewie. That's the same Chewbacca we've gotten in a lot of other sets. We've been getting him for about the past 5 years. Next to him is standard C-3PO and R2-D2. They're pretty standard. I mean, you can't really do anything different about them. They're good as they are. Then finally, this is one guy I have to hold up to the camera. He's small. Can't really see him. His name is Dio. But sorry, he's a really tiny piece. That's as good a view as you're gonna get of Dio. But well, this is a okay minifigure selection. But let's get on to the set. What you can do is, like in all Millennium Falcons in the past, you can open up these panels. Now, if you'll notice what's different, this is different from the Force Awakens Millennium Falcon and all Millennium Falcons before it, because the side panels actually open up. Well, of course they open up, sorry. Lost my train of thought there. But there's actually no gaps in between the panels, and I happen to like that. Now, first of all, over here, the standard area, the hollow chest area. Then you have a control panel with a chair. Put a minifigure in that. Back here, we actually have a kitchen with a box and a couple of other things. And 2 beds. Well, I guess Han and Chewie have to sleep, don't they? Well, and that, again, pretty basic interior. I mean, I like how they made the hyperdrive only an afterthought in the back, because in the Force Awakens Millennium Falcon, this whole back area was the hyperdrive. And I know I was a really big fan of that. Now, oh yeah, and another thing, got about back here. This right here, that's the smuggling compartment. It's a very useful thing to have in a set. And nothing really, well actually, nothing really else on this part of the inside except right there. There's the drop-down door. Drop down. Right there. So, the thought that counts. Someday they're gonna have to make the landing gear, raise it up so you can actually have figures walk in. Someday they'll get that. Of course, we have the turrets. There's one underneath too. So look at the inside of the turret. It's the best thing. But right here, there's of course, like the old Millennium Falcon, a cart that you can put 2 minifigures in. For the sake of this review, let's put C-3PO in it. And you can drop C-3PO back in, close it up. C-3PO is the gunner. Of course, as usual, a secondary version of the cannon is underneath. And that's really all there is for this main part, the main interior. Oh, and also there's a round radar dish, which means one thing, that this is pretty much the exact same thing as the original trilogy Millennium Falcon, which is I like, because what I'm gonna do, I'm putting the original trilogy cast in, Obi-Wan, old Obi-Wan, Ben Kenobi, Han, Luke and Leia, and I'm just gonna keep Chewie, R2, and 3PO. But yeah, so you could really have this be a original trilogy set if you want it to be. Other big changes: the mandibles are they're thicker than the last Millennium Falcons, and I actually think that's a good thing. Usually they're about they slope at that angle. They actually sloped the mandibles at a wider angle this time, which that's very good. Now, the last section we have here is the cockpit, which on the inside you're thinking, okay, nothing really there. Well, of course you can, with the minimal space you have, you can fit 2 figures. And I'll just show you how much of a tight fit it is. See, I'll put Bulio. Then next to Bulio, I'll put Obi-Wan. Although Obi-Wan doesn't come in the set, I'll just put him in there because why not? Alright, see, no problem fitting 2 minifigs in that cockpit. Then if you'll notice that stud back there, there's a stud. There's a 1x2 stud with a 1x2 plate with a stud in the middle. That's for Dio. Dio actually can go right there. And of course, wouldn't be a Millennium Falcon if you weren't able to have the cockpit on and make it look good. Now, any problems with the set? One problem I do have, well, I guess it's not that big of a problem, is that there's new gaps that are in this, that the old panels simply for some reason didn't that weren't on the old panels caused there not to be these gaps. But underneath, you see there are these gaps. If you look at it from the front, not very attractive from right there. I guess, well, but again, unless you're putting this on a high shelf in your normal height, you're probably not going to realize this. But as soon as you move up, I mean, it's a sexy set. Now, overall, I'd give this set an A-. And now it's very good. I hadn't enjoyed a Lego set, building a Lego set in a while. Hadn't really enjoyed the builds because what I had been doing is building these Lord of the Rings sets back here, and they haven't really been bringing me much enjoyment building them. Because I guess when you build all stuff from the same theme, it can sort of get boring, and because they usually have the same colors and textures, and you just feel like you're building the same thing over and over. But this set's a real breath of fresh air for me. Again, this set is 1,351 pieces, and it will cost you $160 US. Now, I advise you against, well, it depends on when you're watching this. If you're watching this first 2 weeks of, the last week of December, first 2 weeks of January 2019, these are actually going for a lot on Amazon. People during the holidays bought a lot of this particular set, and as such, it is going for upwards of $250, which is very, very bad. I got this for $160. I think it was a worthy investment. I mean, here, I'll tell you, The panels got me. The new way they did the panels got me, and I still like it evermore. It's a great set, but the reason I give it an A- and not an A+ is because it's not an original trilogy. If this was marketed as an original trilogy Millennium Falcon, and they had original trilogy minifigures, best set, I'm going to say, best Star Wars set ever, best Lego Star Wars direct-to-consumer set ever made. Yeah, I mean that literally, this was an original trilogy set. This best Star Wars set ever made, and even though it's not an original trilogy set, it's very easy to make it an original trilogy set. Hope you guys like my review, and let me know if in the comments if you like this new way I'm doing reviews, because I got the white table out, and I'm using actually a $500 Canon Eon camera instead of using my phone and this brown desk. Let me know what you guys think of that. And just so you know, some upcoming videos I'm going to be doing. I'm also I want to review some. What I want to do is now that I'm 16 now, I'm trying to get the sets that I got that I wanted when I was in school, around age 7, 8, and 9. That I couldn't get because I had here. Where is it? Ah, yes. I'll show you. I had this book. This was my favorite book. Very worn out. Lego Star Wars Visual Dictionary. What's even the date on this? 2014 Lego Group. So 5 years ago. This was my absolute favorite book. I remember during personal reading time in 3rd grade. In 4th grade, I would always pull this out. I actually loved this as a book. This was amazing, but the point is, I'm getting off topic. Just so you know, if those of you who want to leave the Millennium Falcon reviews over, it's okay. If that's all you came here for, then just leave. But I want to get the sets that I wanted back then, that of course I couldn't afford then, that I can afford to get now. I see. Look at how worn out that is. I wore the spine right off of this thing. Yeah, but I'll just show you, because why not? Both my sets have to be coming from 2011. So where are they? Ah, yes. 2 episode 1 sets. Right there, if you can't just what there's an Naboo Starfighter and the Sith Infiltrator. I will be doing those on the planet, and the channel. Why does it planet? But those are 2 sets I've really wanted for a long time. Finally getting them. I'll have a review up on the channel for them. Until next time, this is Rusher Bricks. Peace out.